But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Third down now. Now with a play clock winding down, Vance Joseph says, let's talk this over. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Second down following the run.
Let's go!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. Third down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard.
He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 9 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Give, running right is Anderson. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And all the way home for a Bronco score. C.J. Anderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Brown. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first. Gets the call running left. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Going deep here for Bryant. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It was the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Emmanuel Sanders deep for the Broncos. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 8-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Here's Anderson. Room past the 20. Fights through, and now a crease. C.J. Anderson, the 40, past the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, 92 yards, and the Broncos have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
Hey, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Shane Ray. charging hard for that outside linebacker spot. He gets in to drop him for a loss of 12. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now Ben on third and long. And that is incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, Sanders now to return. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Getting the call is Anderson running left. And some room to maneuver. C.J. Anderson, and all the way home for a Bronco score. C.J. Anderson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. McManus now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Steelers set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. And even 40 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing now. Roethlisberger on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And it shows on the scoreboard.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, Makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Handoff comes to Anderson. Room here to run. He's got room to run past the 20. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. They run it again with Anderson. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They only needed a few inches there on second, but forget the halfback dive. They were going for the big one.
I thought it was a good time to take a shot. You figure with their running game, if they don't get it there, you come back and run for it and pick up the first down. Go ahead and be aggressive. Try and get one downfield for a big one.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. Steps away to his left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard.
They give it to Anderson, and he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Back to throw now on first down. And some space here. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather, of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
All right, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll set up to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Broncos on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Defensively, you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up in the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And it's complete to Jesse James. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They pitch it out to Peterson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
So they're operating in the red zone. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And off comes to Peterson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys?
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Martavis Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good. this becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. Looking for Sanders here on the deep. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
They give it to Peterson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. All right, now. Middle.
Again, Peterson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And James has it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the pistol, they run with Peterson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Roethlisberger will throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. They run. Anderson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. Now a give running left with Anderson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Shift together here from the D-line. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. He'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out. And
this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. T.J. Watt from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Throw here. And now he'll turn and off his back and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it? Or did you learn?
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Broncos, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona